What if I told you the number one method to lose belly fat has absolutely nothing to do with cardio, nothing to do with expensive fat burners, and everything to do with two ridiculously simple steps most people completely overlook? Stick with me because by the end of this video, you will never look at belly fat the same way again, and you will finally have the exact roadmap to actually getting rid of it. Let's start with the brutal truth nobody wants to hear. Belly fat is not your fault in the way you think it is. You have been working hard, you have been putting in effort. You have probably already noticed your face looking slimmer, your arms feeling tighter, your jeans fitting a little better everywhere except around your waist. And that drives people absolutely insane. Why is the belly always the last place to change? The answer comes down to two biological realities that your body has been running on since forever. First, belly fat cells are genuinely more stubborn than fat cells in other parts of your body. They cling on with a grip that would embarrass a rock climber. While fat melts away from your face and your arms relatively quickly, your midsection acts like it received a special memo saying hold the line at all costs. Second, blood flow to the belly region is naturally lower than other areas. And since fat-burning signals travel through your bloodstream, your stomach is essentially sitting in a low signal zone. It receives the message late, responds slow, and lets go last. This is not a personal failure, this is simple human biology. Your genetics determine where fat leaves first, and for the overwhelming majority of people, the belly is the final frontier. Annoying? Absolutely. But knowing this changes everything because now you can stop fighting the wrong battles and start winning the right ones. Here is something else worth clearing up before we dive into the method. Crunches do not burn belly fat. I know that feels counterintuitive. You are working your core, you feel the burn, surely that is doing something, right? And it is, just not what most people expect. Crunches and ab exercises build and strengthen your abdominal muscles, but they do not selectively melt the fat sitting on top of those muscles. Spot reduction is a myth that the fitness industry loves to keep alive because it sells products. The real magic of training your abs is that when those muscles grow and develop, they actually become visible at higher body fat percentages. You do not need to be shredded to see definition. Well-developed abs can start showing through even when you are carrying a bit more body fat than you might think. So keep training your core, just understand it is prep work for when your overall fat loss catches up. Now let's get into the actual method. 2 steps, that is it. Step 1 is creating a calorie deficit. This is the non-negotiable foundation of fat loss, not just belly fat loss, all fat loss. Your body needs a certain amount of energy every single day just to keep you alive and functioning. When you consistently eat slightly less than that amount, your body turns to its stored fat as a backup fuel source. Simple concept, right? The challenge is that most people try to implement this by obsessively counting every single calorie, weighing every gram of food, entering data into complicated spreadsheets, and then burning out completely within 2 weeks. That is exactly why so many people fail at this stage. The system they are using is too complicated to sustain. And the moment they quit tracking, fat loss stops cold. You need a smarter, more sustainable approach to tracking your intake. One that fits into your actual life, not some idealized version of it where you have unlimited time and energy to log every crumb. This is where I want to mention something that genuinely changed how I approach nutrition. There is a product I have been using that makes hitting your calorie targets almost effortless. Instead of manual entry and mental math, you simply photograph your meal and it calculates your calories and macronutrients automatically. Protein, carbs, fats, all broken down instantly. It also includes a barcode scanner for packaged foods and a massive food database, so even your most random snacks get tracked accurately. When you make fat loss this easy to track, you actually stick with it. And consistency is the entire. Keeping your deficit consistent while supporting your metabolism naturally is the combination that actually moves the needle. Step 2 is accelerating your deficit without destroying your body in the process. Now, when most people hear this, they immediately think intense cardio. Running, HIIT, cycling, the full punishment package. And yes, those activities burn calories, nobody is arguing that. But here's the problem that nobody talks about. Most people genuinely cannot sustain intense cardio long enough to see meaningful belly fat reduction. It taxes your recovery, it competes with your strength training, it spikes hunger in ways that can completely undermine your calorie deficit, and after a few weeks, many people quietly quit. You end up burning muscle tissue instead of fat, feeling exhausted, eating more to compensate, and wondering why nothing is working. So what is the actual solution? Walking. Before you scroll away thinking this cannot possibly be real advice, hear me out. Your body burns calories from movement regardless of the intensity of that movement. A calorie burned walking is identical in value to a calorie burned sprinting. What walking offers that sprinting cannot match is sustainability. You can walk every single day without wrecking your joints, without spiking your cortisol, without needing a recovery day, and without triggering those post-workout hunger spirals that send you raiding the kitchen for everything in sight. Aim for somewhere between 7,000 and 10,000 steps daily. That might sound like a lot, but you are probably already getting several thousand without even trying. The goal is to close the gap naturally. Walk while you are on phone calls. Take the long route to wherever you are going. Choose stairs over elevators whenever possible. Park further away. Take short walks after meals. These micro decisions stack up into thousands of extra steps and hundreds of additional calories burned every single week without any added stress on your body. Start where you are. If you are currently averaging 3,000 steps, add 2,000 more this week. 2 short 10-minute walks is literally all that requires. Once that feels comfortable and automatic, add another 2,000. Keep building gradually until 7 to 10,000 steps becomes your natural daily baseline. This progressive approach is what makes the habit stick permanently rather than burning bright for 2 weeks and disappearing. Here is what makes these 2 steps genuinely powerful together. Your calorie deficit handles the energy equation from the input side. Your daily steps handle the output side. Combined, they create a sustainable fat loss machine that keeps running day after day without requiring heroic willpower or punishment level effort. And remember, belly fat will be the last to go based on your genetics, but it will absolutely go if you stay consistent long enough. The compound effect of weeks and months of small daily actions is staggering. What feels like barely anything on day 3 becomes transformative by week 12. The people who finally crack belly fat are almost never the ones doing the most extreme things. They are the ones doing the right things with the most consistency. Calorie deficit plus daily movement equals results that actually last. If you want additional support on the natural side, I have linked a natural fat loss supplement below that I pair with this exact approach. It is designed to work with your body rather than against it, supporting healthy metabolism without the jittery side effects of stimulant-heavy products. Check the link in the description and start combining it with these 2 steps today. Your belly fat does not stand a chance. Now go take a walk.